All right, Jedi Options. We're going to take a look at semiconductors, which I think is an interesting spot with the current market. And so we're going to trade a retracement, a bull retracement, using a bull put spread. And I'm going to try to let you in, kind of peek inside my head in terms of how I would analyze this and think through building the trade. So let's start with the technicals. Semiconductors, as we've mentioned here earlier, growth stocks, they just went bonkers off the lows. I don't know that the collective we here. I don't know if we fully appreciate just how epic this rebound was. I just want to run the numbers here for a second. From the pivot on November 3rd, it's only November 16th. Okay, November 3rd, 180 on SMH. Yesterday's high, basically 230. 230 minus 180 is a 50-point rise divided by 180. You're talking 28%. I'm going to add to the excitement here and just say 30%. The sucker went up 30% in a week and a half. It's called 2 weeks. That's legit. That's legit. The question you have to ask is, do you really think that between now and the rest of the year, we essentially only have 6 weeks left in 2022. Do you think that this is just going to completely crumble? That all of the sentiment and excitement and positioning and volume and movement around that 30% jump is going to disappear? We're going to pull a 180 and go back to where we were back to 180. Speaking of 180. And you're going to get a 100% retracement. You think that's more likely? Or do you think it's more likely that the breakout has some staying power? That those who are so willing to jam semis up 30% in 2 weeks will then be willing to support that, to be buyers of the next dip, and defend essentially the breakout area? I'm in that camp. Okay. Maybe semis make new lows. I just don't think they will in the next 6 weeks. I think this next dip will get bought. The volume was massive. The magnitude of the move was massive. The amount of time we've spent after breaking resistance at 195 lends itself to it's a legit breakout. Okay. So I'm interested in shopping this dip in semis. Okay. I think the next dip could very well get bought. We're 1 day into it. I would love 2 days down, 3 days down. I'd love a retest of the 9 EMA. Okay. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. I think the most insulting thing that could happen is that all the market does is drop today and go right back up. And for those that are like, give me 2-3 down days, they're like, nah, screw you, dude. It's Thanksgiving. It's Christmas. It's Santa Claus time. We're just ripping. You got to come chase us. Okay. I prefer that not happen. Give me another down day. You shop the semis. AMD, a fan favorite because it's AMD. It's been in the doghouse for a long time. But I got to be honest, I think it's impressive the last 2 weeks. And everything I said about the sustainability of the semiconductor breakout, I think applies to AMD as well. You ran from 60 to 80 in 4 days, for heaven's sakes. Do you think that that's a ruse? Do you think that we have a 100% retracement and go right back down over the next couple of weeks? Or do you think that they buy the next dip? Again, I think they buy the next dip. So how do you want to play it? Well, let me temper my enthusiasm. Okay. I still think there's issues with growth. I still think there's a lot of bag holders. Just because I think the next dip gets bought doesn't mean I think that this goes up another 30% over the next week. Okay. I want to build a strategy that has a high probability of profit and wins simply if we don't completely retrace the breakout area. Okay. And again, I would love one more down day. All right. I'm going to tee the trade up based on today's numbers because I don't have tomorrow's numbers. But I'm telling you, this will get better if we can get another down day. Okay. So bull put spread, a delightful little strategy that is cheap, limited risk, high probability of profit, allows you to bet on everything I just said. I bet AMD is not going to have 100% retracement. Right now, I could sell a put option down around. Do you know what I'd really like? I'd like to sell puts down at 60 on AMD. 60 would require a 100% retracement of what just happened over the last week, which again, I find unlikely. I can sell the 60 put. not for Jan, Feb, March. Who the heck knows that far out? I'm talking December. Okay, 6 week. Actually, it's not 6 weeks out. It's now basically a month out, 30 days out. I want to bet AMD does not go below 60 for the next 30 days. Okay, I want to sell that 60 put. And if I just did that, it'd be a naked put, but I want to cover myself here. So I'm going to go 55. I'm going to buy the 55 put. That makes it a limited risk trade. Also makes it a lot cheaper. And I'm going to get paid some money. Whatever the money is that I get paid for entering this put spread is my potential payday as long as AMD stays above 60. Now, I usually want 50 cents for a $5 wide spread. I'm telling you right now, they won't give you 50 cents for that. They'll give you maybe 40, 45, which means I need AMD to come down a little further because that'll juice up the premium in these puts and increase my payday. So I actually wouldn't mind if this thing dropped another 4% tomorrow, quite honestly. Anything down to the 9 is A-okay with me. Okay. You get the premium of this bull put up towards 50 cents plus, and then I'm ready to play. The way you would build it out, you come into December, again, 30 days out here. You sell the 60 put. It's got a 12 delta. So the odds are telling you right now there's an 88% chance this is going to expire worthless. You sell that put and you buy the 55. Right now, you're only getting 42 cents. Now you're getting 43. I should keep talking. Maybe it'll go up to 50. I need 50 though. I need 50 to really like check the box. Okay. So one more down day in AMD. I think you get your 10% return on a D60 55 bull put. I think that's a delightful little trade. And what would make me like it even more is if I scaled in, because maybe this pulled back a little deeper than I think. And I want to use that to my advantage. I sell one bull put tomorrow if it's another down day and I get my 50 cents. If we fall further, I have the ability to add more at better pricing because ultimately I think this thing bounces. I just don't know if it bounces at 69 or 66 or if she goes down to 62. I just think it's not going below 60, and I can again use that adversity, use the adverse movement to my advantage. If I start with a small position and I can add to as it moves against me. That's your lesson. That's your lesson on AMD. I think it's a good summary of a lot of different ideas and techniques and how I would implement them in the current situation.